Hey there, people. Haven't seen you in a year. Let's try not going quite so long without seeing each other again. This is your fault too, you know. Anyway, topic of the day is knife reviews. I have been excited about knives for quite a long time, and I thought I would share that with you guys. All two of you. Okay, starting with a Black Diamond balisong. Where I bought it did not list any kind of manufacturer or anything like that, but they are still very consistently machined. That's kind of interesting to me. They're the smoothest balisong that I've owned so far, and very light. A lot of times I get very heavy balisongs, like this fellow that I'm probably going to be talking about in the video immediately following this one. Alright. The blade has a nice satin finish. There's a little... It has a fuller on it, but it's a pretty tiny fuller. The blade is 4 inches, which means that most places won't let you carry it in your pocket. No, a lot of places won't let you carry a balisong, no matter what you do. But that has to do with how they're filed, whether they're considered gravity knives or things like that. I'll talk about that in the future, maybe. Anyway, for you lucky few states, like the one that I happen to be living in, they're perfectly legal for open carry, which is where this belt sheath comes in. It's meant to sit horizontally like this, so you have it there for quick access. It fits several of the balisongs that I have, but it's really meant for this one manufacturer here. The belt sheath that it comes with has it can clip on over the top of a belt because the bottom is not complete, so you can slide a thinner belt in there pretty easily. It seems like a pretty sturdy plastic. To my memory, it's ABS plastic. Alright. It's a sandwiched construction, which means that it has the nice little kicker pins right here. A note on the kicker pins. You notice that it's holding itself pretty close to all the way closed. There's no additional squeezing necessary to get the latch to close. A lot of the balisongs that I've owned in the past you have to press in on it like a spring, and the scales actually touch closed when you close the knife. I happen to like that. Really, I have no complaints about this one at all. The factory edge, I didn't really test it that much. It seems to be, okay, kind of middle of the road. If you hone it once, it should be a whole lot better, but that's kind of the way things are for any knife. If I were to keep one to do tricks with, this would probably be it. Flies really nicely. Okay, I do hope I'm not... Oh, there, that's what I'm forgetting. Okay, the pattern on it is really nice. The problem is it's just very lazily printed on it. So that's kind of cheap. I hope the autofocus didn't just kill the picture right there. So I'll hold it from right here. I really like the pattern. When I bought it, the picture that made me want to get this particular knife showed it being very... Well, they made me think it was inlane rather than just a little bit of ink printed on the scales. Everything is held together with hex pins, or hex screws, but I don't think I'm going to need to take this apart anytime soon. That's the other thing that I was forgetting. The latch is on the bite side for this one. I happen to prefer the... Okay, well, originally I preferred the latch being on the safe handle, but I've kind of hit the middle of the road on those. Not really, because by now I've owned a handful of them, and it was really only the very first balisong that I owned where I had any kind of problem with it closing like that. This one swings freely enough that just with the way that you open it, gets the latch out of the way rather nicely. I'm not seeing any kind of flaws in the blade the way that it was shipped. There you go. Closing. I would recommend this knife. I would carry it for myself if I were the kind of person who carried a balisong. Really, I just kind of think they're interesting, but not supremely useful for self-defense. I mean, the fast open is nice, but I'm going to edit this part out, hopefully.